So I got 4 questions for you guys, and it's pretty simple. Quiz show format. Yeah, you just got to answer them. We'll see how you did. Hyung, you did pretty well last time. I think you went 6 for 6. Johnny, you're away, but first time in podcast history, Hyung went a perfect 6 for 6 on quiz show. So let's see if
Nice.
that success continues. Okay, first question. There are now 214 Victor Wembanyama's Panini Kaboom cards graded by PSA, right? And I don't know if you heard on the news, it's notorious for being like just poor quality. Off center, the exclamation mark isn't like the full exclamation mark isn't even on the card, and so there was a running joke about like how many, what's the highest grade this card's going to get. Okay, so there's 214 have been submitted to PSA. How many of those 214 received a grade higher than PSA 8? So PSA 9 or 10.
We have to guess the exact number, or are we getting multiple choice here?
You could say a range.
Okay. I'm gonna say gem rate has to be. So you said 214.
Yep.
I'm gonna say PSA 10s times point. I'm gonna say there's two PSA 10s,
Mm-hmm.
and then 214. Let's say. And let's say we'll say 30 PSA 9s.
Okay, so 32 altogether. Johnny, you got a
Yeah,
guess? Johnny, you're on mute. I did that
that
wrong.
PSA 9 might be a little high now that I think about it, but
Okay.
Wow. I've taken a break from social media for the last like 5, 6 weeks, so I'm like completely unaware of all of this, like the Walmart news and the Kaboom Wemby news. If Young is saying two PSA 10s, man, that's pretty bad. I was about to say 50%, like between PSA 8s, 9s, and 10s,
it's just
but now I'm
9s and 10s,
thinking,
I think.
oh, sorry, did you say PSA 8s?
Higher than PSA 8, so just 9s and 10s. Yeah.
Oh, higher than PSA, sorry, not including.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say 20%.
All right. It's kind of a trick question. There are 0 graded higher than a PSA 8.
Get out of
Wow,
here.
that's
So
crazy.
still looking for that PSA 9 or 10 out of the 200
Holy.
plus.
I don't think that they would exist then,
It
because
could very
it's
well be. Yeah.
probably a centering issue with all of them.
I wonder if now that the word is out there, right, that these are poor quality, no PSA grader wants to be the one that gives it a 9 or 10.
Yeah, that's going to be the flagship. Everybody's going to compare theirs with the PSA 10s.
Yeah, like you can't even see the
That's
exclamation
not
mark.
even, that doesn't even look that off-centered. It
It
just
does
looks
look off
like,
centered at the top. If you look at the top,
yeah. I mean, it's definitely off-centered, but the fact
yeah.
that it looks like the exclamation mark half would be missing regardless, even if it was
Well, if you look at the top where
rightly
the number,
centered.
this one where it's like 8 out of 10, you look at the black line. I think that's where you could see it like really off centered. That's
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
probably like 80-20 or maybe
Yeah,
70
but
30.
even if you bring back a couple of millimeters from the right side, like that's
Yeah.
still like half the exclamation mark. So the graphic alone is already completely chopped off. That's crazy.
True. I'm showing you another one.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah,
really bad. If you look at that one we have, that line is on the right edge. You see that?
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was the guy who was
that's
cutting it.
bad.
He's just he was so confused. He's just cutting it, and then he didn't realize that
Damn.
there's that black line where you could kind of gauge where the center is.
What do you mean?
Man,
Isn't
if the
isn't it a
raw is
machine?
doing like if the raw is doing 3 grand plus, I can't imagine what a PSA 10 would go for
Yeah.
when it comes out,
If it comes out. All
if it
right.
comes out. Wow.
Okay. Question number 2. Which one of these 2 cards? I'm going to give you 2 cards. Which one of these 2 cards went up 74% in value from 2 years ago when it sold last? All right. So there are some cards that have gone up, and this one went up 74% in value. Is it the 2013 Steph Curry Gold Prism number to 10, Or is it the 2022 Topps Chrome UCC Triple Auto of Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Erling Haaland Superfractor, 1 of 1?
How many percentage?
74%.
74%.
I'm gonna
Says
say
2022.
the latter. I'm gonna say the latter. It has to be modern, and maybe the hype with soccer. Yeah, I'm gonna go the Messi, Ronaldo, and Haaland.
All right. What about you, John?
I feel like I agree because between that time, if you were to take advantage of a spike, it would have been Messi going to Miami. So I think I'll go with that too. That makes sense.
Okay. The answer is the Steph Curry Gold
Wow.
Prism number to 10. It's last sold in November of 2022 for $27,600 and is sold last month for $48,070.
Wow.
The
That's a
Erling
great
Haaland-
sale.
The triple auto actually went down a ton. Yeah. It sold in August of 2023 for $134,000 and it sold just last month for $38,000. So almost
Okay,
100K.
that context does make sense because there was that hype, and then especially Haaland too, and then Messi coming over, and then somebody's like, "Oh man, I gotta get rid of this. I gotta cash out."
Yeah. Context is everything. All right. Question number 3. LeBron just signed a 2-year, $104 million max extension with the Lakers. Just recent news. Now, if you look at his highest value cards sold this past season, his Upper Deck Exquisite Collection RPA BGS 8.5 sold for $468,000. Okay, that's just setting you up for the actual question. In his rookie season, however, which is 20 years ago, which is unbelievable that he's been playing for 20 plus years, but in his 2003-04 season, how much did his most expensive card sell for? I'm going to give you a multiple choice.
Okay.
$1,000, $2,500, $5,000, or $7,500.
You're saying the price is in 2003?
Yes. The most expensive card in his rookie season, how much did it sell for?
Man, these are tough questions, Clark.
I remember seeing the Exquisite back then, and it was pretty expensive. I thought it was more than 10,000, but I'll say 7,500.
Okay.
I want to say 7,500, but I feel like this is a trick question too.
Yeah.
It's either B or C. They always say, pick C when you're not sure.
Yeah.
What was C?
When in doubt, choose C. 5,000.
$5,000. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 5. I'm gonna go with C.
All right. The correct answer, according to Card Ladder anyway, is B, 2,500. In his 03-04
Wow.
season, it wasn't his Exquisite. It was a
Did the Exquisite? Maybe the Exquisite came after the season. Maybe
Might have
that's
been.
the yeah.
That'd be a gold top chrome or something, no?
It was a 2004 SP Game Used Hawaii Trade Conference autograph card. And
Oh,
a patch
interesting.
on as well. Yeah.
Well, they've done pretty well, whoever has it.
Yeah,
Right.
there's a guy selling 2 of those, one graded BGS 7 and another BGS 8.5, a 2-card lot for, it's listed for $120,000 right now, or best offer. So,
Wow.
Young, yeah. Clark is humbling us with these trick
Well-
questions. He's like, "You guys have been too good. It's time to
no.
bring down the hammer."
This was quickly prepared. I didn't know how easy or hard it was, but all right, last question. This is kind of a fun one. In the 2024 Top Series 2 set, which just came out, and which I got skunked on from a hobby and a blaster. I don't know if you know this. They have a 1-of-1 sketch card inserted, and it's drawn by actual MLB players. Okay, and I'm going to show you one on the screen, and you have to guess which MLB player drew this. Okay.
Wow.
And for our podcast listeners, I'll describe what the card looks like once I put it up for the boys here. Okay, here we go. It looks like a green, almost stick figure, but it's got some muscle in there. He's a blue shirt with it's a red. I think that's a red T on his shirt or
The
jersey.
Rangers? Is it a Ranger?
It could be a clue.
Could be
Could be
Could be a
clue.
Ranger. That's a Texas Ranger right there.
That's
I would have
nice.
said like
I
a
know,
Bobby
good
Wick
player.
Jr., but
Yes.
man, it has to be someone young. Like it has to be a
Yeah.
Wyatt Langford or Evan Carter
Okay.
Or Josh Young.
or Josh Young. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Great
Yeah.
guesses.
I'll,
Yeah.
I'll go with Josh Young.
Okay.
I would say who's a collect, or is it like a Corbin Carroll or Bobby Witt Jr.? I feel like it's definitely a
Oh, are
young.
they drawing? Do you draw your own or do you draw other people's?
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know
assuming you
if
draw
those
your
are
own.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
instructed.
I'm gonna say Wyatt Langford.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
Wyatt
pretty good too.
Langford and Josh Young. John guesses. All right, here's the answer. You ready? Wyatt Langford.
Nice. Nice.
That's
Oh man,
hilarious.
I think my 2-year-old can do better than that.
That's terrible drawing, Wyatt. If you're listening to this, man.
Oh my.
The real question is, if you pulled it, would you be ecstatic with this hit? It's a 1 of 1, but I mean,
He does
it
auto
is-
in the back, right?
It's an auto in the back. Yeah, he signs it. It's
Looks
art
like-
by Wyatt
looks
Langford.
like it's
and he
gold
signs
ink.
it.
Right.
I would be pumped. I would be pumped because it's a 1 of 1. I know that, like, I'm not gonna keep it, but
Right.
If I got it graded, I would ask PSA to put the auto on the front and the sketch on the back.